Welcome to Lecture 11. This lecture we're going to be talking about business intelligence and knowledge management, and we'll go over the concepts of data mining and online analytical processing, explain the notion of business intelligence and how it benefits the organization, look at some of the needs for knowledge storage and knowledge management in organizations, go over the challenges in knowledge management, and then identify possible ethical and societal issues from the increasing globalization of information technology. A data warehouse is a large database containing historical transactions and other data. Data warehouses are useless without software tools to process the data into meaningful information. Business intelligence is information gleaned with information analysis tools. It's also called business analytics. Data mining is the process of selecting, exploring, and modeling large amounts of data. It's used to discover relationships that can support decision making. Data mining tools may use complex statistical analytic applications. Data mining queries are more complex than traditional queries. Data warehousing techniques and data mining tools facilitate the prediction of future outcomes. The objectives of data mining include sequence or path analysis, and that is finding patterns where one event leads to another. Classification, and that's where we're finding whether certain facts fall into predefined groups. Clustering is finding groups of related facts not previously known. And forecasting is discovering patterns that can lead to reasonable predictions. Data mining techniques are applied to various fields, including marketing, fraud detection, and targeted marketing to individuals. They're also used to predict customer behavior. In banking, it can help find profitable customers, detect patterns of fraud, and predict bankruptcies. Mobile phone service vendors use it to help determine factors that affect customer loyalty. Customer loyalty programs ensure a steady flow of consumer data into data warehouses. And here we see some potential applications of data mining. Many industries utilize loyalty programs, for example, frequent flyer programs and consumer clubs, and they get huge amounts of data from the customer. UPS's intelligence group analyzes customer behavior and then uses that analysis to predict customer defections so that a salesperson can intervene to resolve problems. Identifying profitable customer groups is another application of data mining. Financial institutions can dismiss high-risk customers, and companies can use it to attempt to define narrow groups of potentially profitable customers. So when utilizing loyalty programs, companies will develop customized email, customized newsletters that are targeted to individual customers. They can also target special offers and partner specials that are provided and tailored to each specific customer. You can also infer demographics and predict what customers are likely to purchase in the future. Amazon.com determines a customer's age range based on his or her purchase history. It attempts to determine the customer's gender as well. It advertises for appropriate age groups based on the inferred customer demographics. And it also uses this to infer holiday gift selections. Online Analytical Processing, or OLAP, is a type of application used to exploit data warehouses. It provides extremely fast response times and allows a user to view multiple combinations of two dimensions by rotating virtual cubes of information. Drilling down is the process of starting with broad information and then retrieving more specific information as numbers or percentages. It can use relational or dimensional databases designed for OLAP applications. An OLAP application composes tables on the fly based on the desired relationships. A dimensional database is a database that organizes data into tables showing information summaries. It's also called a multidimensional database. OLAP applications are powerful tools for executives. And here we see how we could use OLAP tables to compare the sales of three different models by continent. A Ruby Tuesday restaurant chain uses online analytical processing to see if one location was performing below average. OLAP analysis is then applied, and in many cases it shows that customers were waiting longer than normal. Based on that OLAP analysis, appropriate changes were made in those locations that were performing below average. OLAP applications are usually installed on a special server. OLAP applications are faster than relational applications. And here we see a graphic of how restaurants are using business intelligence to improve service and increase revenue. OLAP is increasingly used by corporations to gain efficiencies. Office Depot also uses OLAP on a data warehouse to determine cross-selling strategies. Ben & Jerry's likewise tracks the popularity of ice cream flavors. Business intelligence software is becoming easier to use. Intelligent interfaces accept queries in free form from end users. Business intelligence software is integrated into Microsoft's SQL Server database software. A major effort of business is collecting business intelligence about customers. Data mining and OLAP software are often integrated into customer relationship management systems. The web has become popular for transactions, making data collection easy. Targeted marketing is more effective than mass marketing. Clickstream software tracks and stores data about every visit to a website. Data from customer activity on a website may not provide a full picture. Third-party companies like DoubleClick and Engage Software may be hired to study consumer activity. These companies compile billions of consumer clickstreams to create behavioral models. They can determine consumers' interest. They capture where, what, when, and how often web pages are visited. Drugstore.com is a web-based drugstore. It wanted to reach more customers, and it engaged Razorfish to perform customer profiling. Razorfish compiles anonymous information about customers continuously, and it also collected and analyzed data from Drugstore.com. Information used by Drugstore.com was then applied to develop a marketing strategy to reach new customers. A dashboard is an interface between business intelligence tools and the user. It resembles a car dashboard. It contains visual images to quickly represent specific business metrics of interest to management. It helps management monitor revenue and sales, monitor inventory levels, and pinpoint trends and changes over time. Key performance indicators, or KPIs, are a business strategic initiative evaluated to determine the cost, savings, and benefits to be derived from their implementation. It's important to compare real data to benchmark or historical values. Knowledge management focuses on knowing where to find information about the subject. Knowledge management is the gathering, organizing, sharing, analyzing, and disseminating of knowledge to improve an organization's performance. Some of the purposes of knowledge management are to transfer individual knowledge into databases, filter and separate the most relevant knowledge, and organize knowledge to provide easy access to it, or to push it to employees based on needs. Storage costs continue to decrease, making it cost-effective to store more information. The challenge is to develop tools that can quickly find the most relevant information for solving problems. Knowledge workers research, prepare, and provide information, and there is a lot of overlap in the work they do. Money can be saved by collecting and organizing knowledge gained by workers. We want to avoid having workers solve the same problem that has already been solved by others. To support knowledge management, organizations should require that workers create reports of findings and reports about sessions with clients. The biggest challenge for employees is how to find answers to specific questions. Some software tools can help. The Bank of Montreal implemented application software providing information to its corporate credit card managers and Salesforce. They replaced multiple reports with only a few dashboards. These dashboards provide purchase volume and numbers of transactions over a series of months by region and by city. Employee knowledge networks. In addition to building knowledge bases, some tools direct employees to other employees who have the required expertise. Such experts can provide expertise that is not actually recorded in databases. And there's no need to waste money hiring experts in every department if you have a list of experts in a knowledge network for your own organization. Learning from past mistakes can save money. An employee knowledge network is a tool that facilitates knowledge sharing through intranets. So here we see someone who needs knowledge, and they can go to the knowledge base, and then the knowledge base can, in addition, based on the topic, recommend other people to talk with. A Tacit Systems ActiveNet tool continually processes business communications, email and documents, for example, to build a profile of each employee's topics, expertise, and interest. Profiles are accessible by other employees, but the private information used to create the profiles is not accessible to others. Tacit Systems ActiveNet tools help ensure uninhibited brainstorming and communication. AskMe's software detects and captures keywords from email and documents created by employees. It creates a knowledge base with names of employees and their interests. It allows free-form search queries on the web. A search returns the names of employees who have created documents, email, or presentations on the subject. Consumers will post opinions of products on the web at various locations, such as the vendor's website, and at product evaluation site, such as eopinions.com and also amazon.com, and in blogs. You can distill these consumer opinions, and they can aid a company's market research. In other words, learning about their own products and those of their competitors. Some companies have developed software to search for this information. Factiva is a software tool that gathers online information from over 10,000 sources. It collects information from newspapers, journals, market data, and newswires. It screens all new information for specified groups by a subscribing organization. It helps an organization know what others say about their products and services. Auto-categorization, or automatic taxonomy, automatically classifies data into categories for future retrieval. It's used by companies to manage data. It's used by most search engines, and it's constantly improved to yield more precise and faster results. US Robotics, USR, wanted to reduce its customer support labor. A survey showed that most clients visited their website before calling support personnel. US Robotics purchased auto-categorization software, and this improved the accuracy and response, and that allowed a higher number of support issues to be resolved by the web visit. So in this lecture, we've talked about business intelligence, data mining, and online analytical processing. We've talked about drilling down in a OLAP database to get from a broad view to a more specific view of information. And there's also roll up, where you go from a specific view to a more broad view. Dashboards are a tool that help quickly organize information, such as key business metrics. And knowledge management involves gathering, organizing, sharing, analyzing, and disseminating knowledge. It's important to identify and classify useful information from unstructured sources. Most unstructured knowledge is textual. Employee knowledge networks are software tools to help employees find other employees with specific expertise. And auto-categorization is the automatic classification of information. Thank you.